BBC Radio Solent.
Now, let's talk to one of our Julian's People, and if you're a new listener to Solent, welcome along, and our Julian's People feature is an opportunity basically to talk to guests who come back and tell us how they're getting on. So not a one-off interview, but a series of interviews where we follow their story. And let's catch up with a woman from Southampton who's on her way to using pedal power for good deeds all over the continent. Adventurer Paula Reid is trying to complete 50 good turns in 50 European countries with 50 different friends, all on a bicycle. She came on the show back in September. She was cycling the length of the UK, since cycled around Malta. Let's find out how it's all going. And it's welcome, for the first time for me, Paula Reid. Hi, Paula.
Good morning, Julian.
It's great to have you there. And I know your next plan is to head off to Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania. This is a massive project.
I know, I've taken on a big one, actually, but it just grew out of an idea. I fancied cycling the length of the UK, and then I thought, how many countries are there in Europe? And I thought there might be about 30, but I was quite surprised there are 50 countries in Europe, so it's going to take a few years.
Considerably more than are in the European Union. Not wishing to get political, but it's worth bearing that in mind. Is this a different... You talk about friends. Is it a different friend for each country?
Yes, I'm calling them my unique cycling buddies, so my UCBs, and some might be locals, actually. I'm really happy cycling with all different people from all different places. They can be strangers, they can be locals, they can be friends. So the idea is that each country has a unique cycling buddy.
Right, and what do they have to do?
My plan is to cycle across every European country, so they will be cycling with me across. Some people can choose Monaco, which might not take too long, and some people might have to go for Russia, which might take a bit longer.
Yes,
so
that's a big one,
personal
isn't it?
choice.
And you're looking for, I know, for cyclists and indeed charities, which we'll come to in a moment, for Latvia and Lithuania at the moment, aren't you?
Yes, I've got an amazing guy called Valentine who's cycling Estonia with me. He's lost 50 pounds to do it, so already, a massive positive impact. And then, I'll cycle through Latvia and Lithuania after that, and looking for two buddies.
And the idea is in each country you do a good turn?
Yes.
So how do you identify what good turn you're going to do?
I'm happy for some of them to just crop up en route, but I think being slightly pre-planned will make it better. So far I've just been connecting with charities who are local, using networks, contacts to find something that I can do between like 2 hours and 1 day in length.
Right. And then, got to ask, how are you funding it?
Yes, that's
tricky, isn't it?
Well, Julian, maybe you could help with this one. That's a big shout-out, actually. I'm currently funding it myself, and you would have thought cycling and camping would be cheap, but actually it's going to cost thousands. So ideally I'll get a sponsor to help with the charity projects, but also help, ideally, fund me a bit as well.
Right, so this is a very unusual project. I don't think I've had people like doing a number of marathons in a number of days, but this is an ongoing project that could take some time. I mean, have you put a timescale on how long it will take to do all 50 countries?
Now, I'm figuring 3 to 4 years because I'm doing a master's in positive psychology and I'm working as well. So it's got to fit around my busy life. So I think realistically 3 to 4 years, doing about 14 countries a year.
Right. Now, let's just mention some tricky ones just before we go. Russia, is that counted as European country?
I'm counting it. I like the number of 50, and there are some big ones and slightly Asian ones that are sitting in my group of 50 European countries, yes.
So does, I'm not an expert, is this Uzbekistan?
I believe so. There's a few stans on my list.
Yes, I thought there might be. So those are going to be big projects, aren't they?
Couple. I'm leaving the harder ones till last. I'm learning so much as I go, and I'm going to get better and better at logistics and navigation and all that.
And then let's just talk about things like the Canaries. Is that just Spain?
No, they're dependent.
They're dependent. So you don't have to go there then.
Malta was good though. That was a little one.
Right, this is good. Well, look, we've clearly got a while to go with our conversation.
I'll get to know you more.
We will. PaulaReid.com and velocitymadegood.co.uk are the places to get in touch. Paula, we shall talk again very shortly. Thank you for coming on the show this morning.
Nice to meet
All
you.
the best. Extraordinary. There you are. That is the story, Judy, of Paula, who's doing 50 good turns in 50 countries over the next 3 to 4 years.
3 years? Yes.
Extraordinary. I'm Julian Clegg. Have a very good Tuesday. Bye-bye.
On FM,
Online,
digital radio and TV across the south.
this is BBC Radio Solent.